Hey boys and girls, it's Mr. D here, ready to teach a little bit more math that you're doing at home. And today I'm going to show you a couple card games while adding games that you can do at home that are fun to build up some addition skills or subtraction skills, counting skills, greater than, less than. So it incorporates a lot of different things here today that we're going to show you. So I'm going to show you a couple ways you can play it, some for the younger guys and some ways for the older guys. So follow along, pick out what you like. And again, these activities that we're doing online are for you to like choose what you think is good. So however you think you can get better at math, try out these games. It's good to do. Now the first thing that you got to know about this deck of cards, it has no face cards. So I got rid of the tens, the jacks, the queens, the kings, and the aces. Those are all gone. Okay, so it's only the cards are only 2 through 9. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the only cards that you have in the deck right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the first way is just to add a game like closes to 20. So I have my number line at 20. I think a number line is a really great tool, and if you know how to use a number line, it's going to really help you out in a lot of ways. I'm going to use a 120 chart in a little bit, but for the first time I'm going to use the number line. So the game we're going to play is close to the 20. So what's going to happen is each player gets 2 cards. Okay, so I'm going to put one group of cards over here, and then I'm going to put one group of cards over here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add our 2 cards. So this person has a 5, okay, and a 2. Okay, 5 and 2. So 5 goes there, 2 goes there. Okay, so the 5 and 2 is right there. The other player has 5 and 2. Yikes, you got to be kidding. Okay, so 5 and 2. Well, both people, so we can think about it, 5 plus 2. You can easily just count the suit of whatever it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2, 1, 2 equals 7. So they're both at 7. Now, you could show it in a different way. How many do I have to get to 13? To get to 20, because the game is called Closer to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So these people are 13 away. You could also show it like this. And you can always start, because 20 is always going to be the largest number you can use, okay? Because if we're playing close to 20, so you can say 20 minus 7, okay? 20, take away 7, okay? So you can go 20 minus 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to land up on 13. So if you counted from 7, you got 13. And if you counted 7 back from 20, you got 13. So there's 2 ways to show it. Let me do a different round, another round to show you, because unbelievably both players tied. And you can play the game for 10 rounds. You guys can play the game for 10 rounds. A person that gets a point, the person close to 20 can get the point. So, the person with the most points out of 10 rounds will win the game. So let's roll this. So this person's going to get 2 cards, and this person's going to get 2 cards. Hopefully they don't tie again. We'll see how that goes. So player 1, they got a 9. Okay. A 9 and a 4. Okay, 9 and 4. So I'm going to put that right there. The other player got a 4 and a 3. Okay, so this kind of works out. So 4 and 3. So let's do this player over here. 9 and 4. 9 plus 4 equals what? Let's count the suit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. Okay, well, how many are they away from 20? So that person starts here. I can count my jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 jumps. Okay, if you want to do it by subtraction, you start at 20, and the answer was 13. Let's see what number you're back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're at 7. Okay, so that's a really good way to think about it. Okay, the other person was 4 plus 3 equals 7. So they're way back here, and we already did that one. So the person that had 13 would get the point because they're closer to 20. That's one way to do it. Okay, so you can play that way. Now this way is a different way. Okay, this is a different way. Okay, this is a different way. So I'm going to get my 120 chart up here. This is a little bit more involved, but we can do this because I think it's a really fun game, and it's something that you can play with the people at home to try to get better at numbers and get as close to 120 as you possibly can. So this game is called Closest to 120. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the cards. Okay, now again, play 10 rounds. You know, no face cards in this game, no tens, just cards 2 through 9. Okay, shuffle them up. Each player is gonna get 4 cards. Okay, so I'm gonna give this player 4 cards. Okay, and then I'm gonna give myself 4 cards. Now, the point of this game is to create a number that's as close to 120 as you possibly can. So here's what I got. I got a 2, a 5. What else did I get? A 5 and an 8. Okay. Now, so then let me just show you here. Now, so if I have those cards right here, 8, 2, and then my 2 5s right here. Now, what I'm going to do is using those 4 cards. What 2 am I going to pull out to get a number that's as close to 120 as possible? Okay. Now, if I make 2 5, if I pull out the 2 and the 5, I'm going to get either 25 or 52. That's not my greatest number. Okay. What about if I pull out an 8 and a 5? Should I put the 8 in the tens column or the 5? Well, 8, because 8's greater. So the greatest possible number I could build out of these is 85. Okay, so now let's see what the other player got. Okay, the other player got a 4 7 2 5. 4 7 2 5. Let's write those down. Okay, 4 7 2 5. Now let's see if I can do it. 5 2 7 4. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull out the 7 and the 5 because that's the greatest number. 75. Okay, now obviously this person's going to win. Okay, but here's how both players can get a point. Okay, so I'm going to take 120. I'm going to show my subtraction. Okay, this is triple digit subtraction, and we can do this. 120 minus 85. Okay, now can I take 5 away from 0? You always have to have the greater number up here. Okay, you always have to have the greater number up here in order to do subtraction. Well, 0 is less than 5, so I need to borrow from this column over here. Okay, so I'm going to make this a 1, and I'm going to make this a 10. Okay, now 10 minus 5. Okay, let's see. 10 minus 5 is 5, right? Now I go over to my next row. Okay, can I take 8 away from 1? No, 8's greater than 1, so I have to borrow again. I'm going to get rid of the 1 here. This becomes a 0. And I put 1 here. That becomes an 11. What's 11 minus 8? 9, 10, 11, 3. The correct answer is 35. If I did it this way, okay, for this player who had 75, 120 minus 75, okay, 5 minus, can't take 5 away from 0, so I have to borrow. That's going to become a 1. This is going to become a 10, okay, because I'm taking a whole group of 10 away, 10 to the other side, okay? 10 minus 5, 5. 1 minus 7, can I do that? Nope, because 1 is less than 7, so I need to borrow from the next column. Okay, so I go over my hundredths, I'm going to make that a 0. So 0 minus 0 is nothing. This is going to become an 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. So you get a point for being able to subtract from 120 or 200 or 200 or 100, whatever you have. But this person would get 2 points because they had the greatest number that's closest to 120, and they were able to subtract from 120. Okay, so it's a good game. Remember, each player gets 4 cards at the beginning. So like this player here, 2, 5, 5, 8. The greatest number I can make was 85. Okay, and they subtracted from 85 to show how I knew how to subtract. So that's a really good game that you could do at home to, work on your place value. You can works at place value. It works subtraction skills. It works greater than or less than. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. So try to play it at home. If you don't want to play the 120 way, you can play it with the 20. Again, always go back to the beginning. with these videos, you can always go back and check things out. Now, I have two story problems for us today. I'll do the one for the older guys on the board here today since we've been doing it. But this one for the younger math people. Okay, if you want to put the answer in the comments, that'd be amazing. Okay, this has to do with spring because we're talking spring PBL. I saw 7 daffodils in the front of my house. I saw 9 daffodils in the back of my house. How many total daffodils did I see? Okay, I'm going to read that one more time. I saw 7 daffodils in the front of my house. I saw 9 daffodils in the back of my house. How many total daffodils did I see? Now, the key word in that whole story was total. That'll tell you what operation to do. Again, leave that answer in the comments. That'd be great for us to see. Okay, the problem that I'm going to do on the board here is this story problem. Okay, and if you don't want to see the answer, pause it after I read it, and then you can check it out and play afterwards. Okay, this one says, yesterday we counted 47 birds at our bird feeder. Today, there was 75 birds at the bird feeder. How many more birds were at the bird feeder today? Okay, I'm going to read that now. So we're talking about birds. We're talking about 2 days. Okay, so we're going to have, I'm just going to label, yesterday was 47. Today was 75. Okay, now I'm going to read it one more time and show you the keywords that you need to know. Okay. Yesterday, we counted 47 birds at our bird feeder. Today, there was 75 birds at the bird feeder. How many more birds were at the bird feeder today? Okay, now that's going to be tough. Now, if I think of how many more. Okay, now I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do it. Okay, how many more? That means subtract. Okay, so just so we understand that how many more, because you're trying to figure out how many more was there one day than the other day. Now, you could use your chart, okay? You could start at 45, count all the way till you get, so here's 45. You can count all the way, start at 47, because it's 47 yesterday, count all the way to 75 and see the numbers there. That's one way to do it, okay? But in order to know your subtraction skills, check out how we're gonna do this today. Again, when we subtract, what goes on the top? The greater number or the smaller number? That's right, the greater. So I'm going to take 7, 75, and I'm going to take away 47. Now, here we go. The ones column has 5 and 7. Can I take 7 away from 5? No, I can't, because 7 is greater than 5, or 5 is less than 7. That's one way to think about it. Now, so I'm going to borrow from this column over here. This is going to become a 6. So I'm going to take this 10. A 10 away from the 7, so now it becomes 6 tens, and this actually becomes 15 ones, okay, because 60 plus 15 is really 75. So now I can do it, 15 minus 7, okay? I know 15 minus 7 is 8, and then 6 minus 4, can I do that? Yes, I can, because the greater is on top. The correct answer is 28. Let's see if that was correct on the counting chart, 120 chart. So if I start at 47, I'm going to count all the way to 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And I landed on 75. That's right. You could also think of it this way. I started at 47. Okay. 10 more is 57. Another 10 is 67. Another 10 would be 77. So that's too great. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's another way to count it right there by knowing your multiples of 10. So boys and girls, this is a really great strategy showing today where you can use cards to help you with addition and subtraction, and it's going to help you with story problems as well. Okay, so keep on working hard at home. Everybody's doing a great job enjoying their spring PBL. We'll see you tomorrow.